Welcome back to Yes, Your Grace. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. Alright, so here we are. I have 61 supplies, 26 gold, and, well, we have the painting for Grego, of course. So let's read the letter. Aha! Lovely. Oh dear. This is not... Okay. This is a letter, obviously, from Lordofcinder, and she says, Dear Father, tell Sidani Dusty is fine. He was meowing for the first 2 days of the journey without stopping, so his voice was gone. He gave up after that and just slept the rest of the way. Unfortunately, King Ivo is allergic to cats, so we keep him outside our chambers. Not to worry, though. I made a little house for him, so he has a cozy place all for himself. I miss all of you so much. Perhaps you could visit me one day. Yours, Lordofcinder. Poor Dusty. He always loved to cuddle in bed with Lordofcinder. Sidani doesn't need to know about this. If I could speak properly, yes. We should ask Lordofcinder about something else. Alright, ask her about... tell her she has forgotten her slippers. Ask her about herself. Let's ask her how she is. Ask Lordofcinder how she is, what she does with her time. Tell her everyone is missing her. Very well, Your Grace. I will write her a letter. We should anticipate a reply within a couple of weeks. Yeah, I think I'm only going to be able to ask her 2 more things. Maybe, if any. It really depends on how long she takes to reply. That is actually a bit bad. Anyway, Alina is here. I have helped the worshippers with the spirits, Your Grace. There are a lot of people gathering in the new shrine now. Thank you, Alina. Your help is always appreciated. Okay, great. Very nice. Good job, witch. That's fantastic. Masha is also here. Jonas, that buffoon with the stupid red gloves. Lend me some gold and I will pay you back in a week, he said. I will break his legs if I see him. Your Grace, I lent this fellow 28 gold. He said he would pay me back with interest. I know the type. Now I hear he's off to Calada, the other end of the world, probably enjoying hot sunshine and Calades brothels. Meanwhile, I'm stuck here in this rat hole with no wages to pay my men. I've got until this evening to pay them, otherwise they'll leave. Where the hell will I find a new crew then? I need this money for only 2 weeks. Should be able to make it up to you after that. So you want gold. I actually don't have enough. I don't think I can help. Besides, if I lend you the money, I'll probably end up the same way you have. I hope you find this fellow. In that case, I'm sorry to bother you, Your Grace. I guess not everyone is as naive as I was. Gods, Jonas made a real fool out of me. I would have liked to have helped, but, well, as it is, I don't have the money. Here's Lady Ada. Your Grace, it is nice to see you again. I bring you some news. I heard you were selling some paintings. Oh, okay. To Lord Vesemari. He was bragging about doing some deal with you. Yes, he visited me. I'm not sure what your stance on this is, but I just wanted to let you know. Lord Vesemari is no art collector. He's an artist and an egomaniac. He buys these beautiful artworks and burns them. It is a great shame because they are very valuable, and these artists definitely deserve recognition. But he believes only his artwork is true art. I suppose just bear in mind that if you give him a painting, it'll be burned. Of course, thank you for letting me know. I must talk to him about it. Right, okay, so Grego is, as is the case with almost every character in this game, everyone has, well, a multitude of different facets to their personality. So, yeah, that's pretty interesting. Okay, so let's speak to these couple of peasants. Your Grace, where I come from, there's an odd fog surrounding the nearby forest. Anyone who goes in the fog disappears without any trace. A few local adventurers came forward. They said they would find the one responsible, but they never came back. We're thinking the fog turns people into frogs. Bugs, maybe. There's plenty of them in the forests, but no signs of the people who go in there. Oh, I think it's a task for the witch. Perhaps the fog has some magical origin. It would be best to send a witch to check on it. Perhaps she can handle the situation. So she will go and do that. Of course, fight magic with magic. You've got a smart head on your shoulders. No wonder you're the king. Thanks very much. I guess. Kind of. Oh, Your Grace, my boy, my dearest grandchild, got himself into big trouble, Your Grace. He asked me not to come here, but I don't know where else to go. He's been involved with the Oracle Dust, oh dear, Oracle Dust sales. For a long time now. It's harmless, he told me. Only selling to begin with, but he recently started using it as well. He was over the moon, so happy and giggly at first. Even tried convincing me to use it to relax. But I am no lady to get involved in this nasty business. Now he's very ill, your grace. Can't leave the bed, my poor baby. He keeps asking to bring him some more dust, but I know this is the cause of his illness for sure. He tells me it'll make him feel better. I have no heart to look at him in this state, barely moving with skin as blue as blueberries. Please help, your grace. All right, well, ooh, yeah, so they would have sent a number of... Yeah, I probably should have not sent the witch at that point. I'm actually going to say no. I can't really do anything about this. I'm probably going to lose... Yeah, I'm losing a lot of happiness right there. I can't help your grandson. He needs to stay strong until his illness passes. Even though I do have the cash to be able to help out, it would leave me basically bankrupt. So I really cannot do that. Make sure he stays hydrated and don't let him take any more of the dust. He'll come out of it. I really hope he does, your grace. I don't know what I'd do without him. Yeah, I mean, she seemed to take that okay. She didn't seem to curse me or anything, so I think that's okay, but unfortunately I just wasn't able to help. I would have loved to, but my previous planning earlier in the series has caused me to be in a pretty sore spot when it comes to gold. Anyway, your grace, our rooster has been running around our kitchen for days, but we finally managed to catch him. Okay. That's the black one, right? Yep, that's the magical one that I paid 18 gold for. Oh dear, Sadani let it out, didn't she? I did try to get it back. You saw that in the previous episode. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to find any option for me to be able to do that. It was a beautiful bird. We couldn't keep him as we already have a rooster, but it made a delicious broth. Our staff liked it so much, I thought I'd bring some for you to try. I'm not sure where this chick came from, but it was surely well fed. Oh no. Sadani is going to kill me. Why didn't she... I thought that she let it out. Didn't she let it out? Why couldn't you ask me first? This was my daughter's pet. Oh, your grace, I didn't know. My apologies. Well, yeah, I mean, you didn't know, so I'm just going to say it's fine. I can't fire the guy for not knowing. I mean, you know, who's going to know that? I hope she doesn't need him now that Stabber is gone. I better check on her later. Oh, no. Okay, that is pretty bad. Let's just say that. That is pretty bad. This guy is actually still busy. This guy is still busy, so we're unable to actually get him to come over and formulate, or shall we say formally accept the alliance. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. I guess, I mean, I could ask Grego, but he is going to burn the painting. Personally, I don't really feel like 3 supplies and 80 combat strength is worth burning a rather beautiful and valuable painting. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is, and we'll see how it goes. Masha is wanting gold, isn't she? Yeah, she wants gold, and that would give me that. Okay, well, I guess we'll invite the last lady to our court, and we'll see what she has to say, because obviously I'm not going to give the painting to Grego anymore, I guess. And I should probably go back to my bed chamber, actually. What I would like to do is put the painting back up. I do miss this stalk. Put the stalk painting back on. There we go. Yes, wonderful. Back where you belong. Of course. Okay, that's fantastic. So let's go to the council chamber. We do have a couple of things that we can do here, apparently. Okay, so let's actually just review this real quick. Lady Lena mentioned that dragon's teeth are worn by soldiers to help them in battle. All right. And the file was found near Branca, the village managed by Lord Etten. Lord Lurs confirmed Talus and Etten didn't get along very well. And the other thing that we need to do with the file is speak to the witch. And that is what I'm going to do when she returns. And I just hope that I remember to do that, because let's face it, my memory, where in regards to all of these various things, the web of intrigue that is currently going on, it does tend to fail me sometimes. Anyway, Lord Grego said the trees on the letter are rowan trees. They are used to build children's cradles to protect them from evil spirits. And the general found out that the northern lords used to decorate their letters this way. So we have all of the information in regards to the letter. And it seems like it's pointing towards Lena, but it also could be pointing towards the... I mean, that's the point. It is... I feel like it's a bit obvious that it is Lena, because obviously, you know, the curse and so on and so forth. about her son and everything. But we know that... Who was it again that actually told us? I'm actually unsure who it was that actually told us that she was cursed. I can't remember who it was now, but oh well, never mind. Let's speak to Sedani and see what she has to say about the whole rooster thing. And we'll tell her about Lordofcinder as well. Lordofcinder sent a letter. I asked her about Dusty, just like you told me to. Apparently Sedani is the real king of the whole place, and apparently I'm just her puppet because I do whatever she says, apparently. Anyway, what did she say? Is Dusty all right? Does he like the new castle? I bet he'd prefer it here. He is completely fine, Sedani. He didn't like the journey so much, but he is in a cozy castle now, probably laying by some warm fireplace. No, father. He is an explorer. He probably runs around all the castle walls, like he did here. Of course, Sedani. Alright. I had to let the rooster go, even though I really actually wanted to keep it by my side, because it's... If it's at least a little bit magical, it might be kind of cool to have it, but unfortunately, yes. I let the rooster free. I'm sorry. He really wanted to get outside these castle walls. He's going to be happier if he's free. Thank you, Your Grace. I wanted to do this myself. He wasn't suited to be an agent. All he did was poop everywhere. I'm glad you set him free, Father. I'm glad too. Please be careful with these animals, Pumpkin. I am, Your Grace. Are you? Are you really? Are you really? Yes, probably not. Alright, so we've done everything here, and I don't think there's anything else that I can do. I think I should probably speak to Asalia and probably say that the wedding with Lena will go ahead, because on the one hand, I don't want Asalia to die, obviously. I do not want her to die. I don't want any of my family to die. That is the whole business here. But on the one hand, is the curse actually a real thing? Maybe it's not a real thing, because it just seems too convenient that people are pointing towards Lena in this case. I don't know. It just seems like all of the evidence is pointing towards Lena, and I think that might be a little bit too obvious. So we'll see. We'll see if that actually happens. You will marry Lena's son. Asalia, I am very sorry. I have no other choice. Lady Lena is preparing the wedding for after our battle. I knew it! I knew you'd send me off as soon as Lordofcinder was gone. I don't know why I hoped it would be different with me. How could I ever be happy with someone I don't even know? As... I hate you. Oh, Az, I am terribly sorry. Well, Az, yeah, just leave me alone. Okay, so, yeah, we're just going to leave her to it, I guess. Is there anything I can do with this stash? No, nothing else I can do with it. Alright, so let's go back into the throne room then, and we'll see what happens as we go forward. But thankfully the wedding is only going to happen after the battle, and I'm not even sure whether I'll actually be able to achieve any kind of victory here, to be honest. But we'll try. We'll probably get the worst ending in the history of the world, because it's me, you know. Alright, so let's see what's happening here. Okay, so I have 45 gold now, which is actually really nice. I could prepare the general, but as you can see, we still have 9 weeks, so it's not really necessary. Still have a good amount of supplies and everything. Gonna keep the army upkeep the way it is, and we're pretty good. Okay, I'm happy with that. Grevno, week 21. Alright, so, General... I returned from Mr. Torlando, Your Grace. I don't know much about writing, but this guy seems to know what he's doing. I'm just a little bit perplexed as to why he's asked so many questions about my underwear. Are you serious? Yes, Torlando. Alright, so here is Via. Your Grace, I hear you'll fight with the Beast-Faced. We are preparing for the battle with Rodovia. You heard well. The name's Violet. My elders have fought with the beasts many years before me. I heard they brought some Rodovian dog here to your castle. They say you let the red dog go. What do you think would have happened? You can't just let the rabbit dog let running around like that. I want to lend you my men to help, but my deal is off the table for helping these dogs. Oh, right. Okay, well, I'm going to just ask her about all of these things. She's probably... I ain't ever been to Branca. It looks pretty nasty, though. Okay. I found a letter. The letter was on very finely decorated parchment. Let me think. 'Tis not from my lands. It ain't signed. That's strange and rude. Okay, animal tooth. I found this in my wine cellar. This one's a bit of a tooth. It's beautiful, I can tell you. And so on and so forth. Okay, so she's not going to be that much help because obviously we let the guy go. If we had kept him in our dungeon, then we probably would have been able to gain her as an ally. So my bad, my bad. Anyway, here's Jovan. Finally, Jovan is going to come here. Oh. What? What? Why does everything go wrong for me? I don't know why. Okay. Your Grace, Sir Frederick is dead. Lord Jovan is responsible for ending his life. Oh. What? I don't regret this decision, not one bit. Why? What made you stoop to this? He had it coming. Frederick was an abusive scumbag. Lorna, his wife, has endured a lot. Proving Noxie's a liar strengthened Frederick's ego. Happy that he put Noxie in his place, he started celebrating, drank to his heart's content. He felt invincible, wanted to show Lorna, his wife, that he was a real man. Oh, great. I thought you respected Sir Frederick. You didn't want to join my banner unless he did. He trained me. Sometimes he would be completely drunk, and I saw what he was like to Lorna. A veteran, now a faded star, but once a real legend. I couldn't bear to watch him abuse her, but he was of a higher rank. I wanted him to join you first, as I didn't want to do anything that would upset him. I didn't want Lorna to suffer for my decision in case he disagreed with it. I didn't realize that something else would set him off anyway. He always got abusive when he drank. Everyone knew about it. The guards, peasants, noble knights. Right. Friedrich would beat Lorna up and wouldn't let her out. No one lifted a finger to help. Everyone was too scared to do anything. I couldn't watch. Go ahead. Kill me, if you must. But you know Friedrich deserved this. If you spare me, I will join your armies. I will aid you with my main force of 120 men. I also offer my pikemen to join your battle. They can deal with any cavalry the Rodovians may come with. I will also give you 5 gold. Why should I punish this guy? I mean, I know that Noxie did say that Friedrich was a drinker and did beat his wife, but I wasn't sure whether that was another lie, you know? Because you never know. Sometimes these things just happen. But anyway. I mean, why am I hesitating here? I'm gonna say you will be freed. It's a sad day for the knighthood. I really don't care about Sir Friedrich, to be honest. I really don't care. He was a terrible person. Okay, but I understand why you did this, Jovan. Your deeds are forgiven, and you shall serve Davin in the upcoming battle. I suggest you stay out of sight for a while, just in case. I'm sure, but that's the thing. Everyone knew about it, so why would anyone have a problem with it? I don't know. Anyway, there you go. No, I am perfectly fine with him taking him down. I really am perfectly fine. If he had done that in front of me as the king, then I would have thrown him in the dungeon, straight up. Anyway, Sedani, hello. Is that another pet of yours you've got there, Pumpkin? What is it this time? A mouse? Is it a tiny mouse? Too easy to set a trap for her, she would be caught straight away. But this is just some silly toy. Recruiting agents is far more difficult than you would imagine. Why the agents? What are you planning to use them for, Pumpkin? It's to save Lusulia and Dusty from the evil prince. When my agents are ready, we will take Lusulia back home. My agents will be best friends with Dusty. Maybe I will let you use them one day too, if you're good. Pumpkin, Ivo is not evil. Besides, he's no prince, he's a king now. Personally, I feel like Ivo is, kind of a bad egg, shall we say. Anyway, Atana is really far away too. Well, those seem like good points, but you do your job, I do mine. Well, yeah, sure. Yes, boss. Let's see that toy. It's quite unusual, isn't it? Doesn't look like it came from our country. Where did you get it from? Maya gave it to me. It brings luck, she says. I see. Go on for now, Sedani. See if you can find more agents. Yes, father, your grace. I need to see that friend of Asalia. Alright, so let's speak to the merchant. Your grace, normally I wouldn't bother you, but I have no other choice. I'm a merchant, delivering goods from one place to the other. I sell trinkets of all sorts. What do you sell? What wares do you have? Paintings, vintage scrolls, historical relics. I even once had the wooden leg of Lord the Spindleshanks. Yeah. They went for a crazy 200 pieces of gold. But none of that matters now, as I was robbed on the way back to my hometown of Prevesk. And if I'm not mistaken, now you need funds to carry on with your journey. Correct. You really know your stuff, your grace. I would need 23 gold to get back on my feet. I'm a businessman, so I know how to invest this money. I will make a profit in no time. I will repay you as soon as I can, with interest, of course. Okay, sure. Go for it. He's probably a scammer, but I'll give you the money. I will lend you the money, but you had better be back with more. If not, I will send for you. Yes, that's wonderful, and no problem at all. I'll be back here in no time. Yeah, that guy's a scammer, right? That guy's a scammer. I just got taken for a ride, I'm pretty sure. Oh well. When a person you know dies, a skull icon will appear next to their profile. This means you can't interact with this lord anymore. Really? I wouldn't have guessed, but thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Alright, so I'm thinking that we're going to get back together with Lurs, because he gives us 6 supplies, 200 combat strength. Should we invite him and see whether we can make a deal with him or something like that? Because we could try and make a deal with Etten, but I think he's actually a bad. I think he's a bad guy, isn't he? Isn't he a bad guy? But he's got an optional conversation here for us. So I'm thinking that maybe we want to do that. So let's just go and do that and see what happens. And otherwise, we want to do something with our general, do we not? No, we need to do something with our witch. But there is something to do in the gardens here. We need to speak to Maya, of course. Thank you for letting me visit, Your Grace. Yes, well, I would like to speak to you a little bit more. Okay, can I speak to Asalia and here we go, yes. Sadani's toy. Explain this, Asalia. It's a toy? Yes, Sadani got this toy from Maya. I've seen this toy before. Maya, you're not from Baravia, are you? My family, we travel a lot. Oh, okay, here's my wife. I was passing by, but I heard all the racket here. Is everything all right, darling? Look at this toy, Aurelia. I recognize this. Of course you do. We saw one just like it when we were robbed by Bayron 13 years ago. Where did you get this toy from, Maya? My parents travel a lot. We are traveling merchants. They must have bought it somewhere? Your accent. This toy. Staying in Davern for a while. You're from Rodovia. Tell me you didn't know about this, Asalia. Father, please no. Don't do anything to her. It's all my fault. I asked her to visit us. We're preparing for battle. We're planning to repel an attack. But Rodovians are already in my castle. I'm going to faint again, I think. Yes, I am. There we go. There he goes. Okay, look what you did to your father, Eric. Ah, yes, okay. Well, here I go, waking up again. Fantastic. Good work. Oh, you're up. Eric, that's twice now. Don't make a habit of it. Ah, Asalia's friend is a Rodovian. We're preparing for war against them, and yet they're already here. Yes, I had a chat with them already. Asalia won't be seeing her friend anymore. I decided not to kill her, but I banished her from the castle. She's just a girl. Perhaps, but what kind of message does it send? Our daughter playing with the enemy in our castle? You didn't consider letting her stay, did you? Well, yeah, I'm just going to say, I guess you did well, because she could be a spy. I wouldn't have allowed Maya to stay in her castle. You did well, darling. Thank you. Nothing good ever comes from Rodovians. You collapsing, the two of us not being able to conceive an heir? Break your promise and you shall be punished. Your kingdom will be fertile, but you won't see a successor amongst your offspring. Isn't that how it went? When I promised my firstborn daughter to Bayron, I didn't do it because I was afraid of the witch. I did it to protect us. At the time, I thought Bayron was a fool for agreeing to this. Surely a bandit wouldn't be able to travel such a distance, enter the throne room, and dare to ask a king for his daughter? And yet here we are. I'm telling you, it's the witch. How else could he become a king? How else could they threaten war? How else that you couldn't have a son? You might be right. I will look into the curse, darling. I will see if we can do it right away. At least I can help take some of the burden from your shoulders. Thank you. I feel better now. It's time to get up. Alright, I guess I better go and see Asalia. Let's go and do that. Why am I fainting every single time I go and do something? I wouldn't be surprised if I end up dying in the end. Yes, Father? About Maya? I'm sorry, Father. I didn't want to hurt you. I know. I'm fine, just not that young anymore. Doctors say tense situations can have this kind of effect. I didn't want to upset you, Father, but why the war, Father? Isn't life difficult enough as it is? Why make things harder for one another? I know that Maya is from Rodovia. When she told me, my heart froze up. I knew it meant trouble, but I got to know her. They're not bad. They're just like us. Not barbarians, as Mother likes to call them. They attacked our villages. Of course, there are bandits, thieves. It doesn't mean they are all like this. You're a king, Father. Tell me, did you never have to punish a thief or a bandit who was from Davern? Well, just because one person did bad things, does it mean we're all bad? I just don't understand why we have to fight. They threaten us. They want to take over our castle. What if you just got it all wrong? We can't risk it, Asalia. It's all very complicated. That's a great shame, Father. But who knows? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Yeah, maybe one day. All right. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I actually wouldn't mind making peace with them if we can find some way to do that, but it's highly unlikely that that's going to happen in many, many different ways. I mean, who knows? Maybe the king of the Rodovians is actually a decent fellow, but we don't know that. We don't know that. So anyway, our general, we probably want to send him to go off and do something, don't we? So let's... Oh, wow, we've actually got a lot of different places that we can send him to. So let's send him over here. It's going to take one turn for him to do that, which is great. So he'll be back next week. Fantastic. Let's go on to the next week here. All right, so we are now training. We're not training, but we're now getting both people being paid every week. And my taxes almost pay for both of them, which is actually quite good. Lady Lena and Jovan is now giving me a little bit of extra cash as well, which is okay. And we have 31 gold, should I say. So let's continue onward and see who actually arrives in our throne room this time around. Grevno, week 22. All right, so we can speak to Audrey. We have a general, Alina. Lord Etten is actually here. A merchant, peasant, and merchant. Okay, so 2 merchants, 2 peasants. Oh, all kinds of things going off here. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.